The restaurant hums with laughter and the clink of glasses, the air thick with the scent of garlic bread and marinara sauce. But the warmth of the evening sours as I walk my girlfriend back to her apartment, her silence heavier than the city's summer night. I'm 20, 3 months into dating her after meeting on Tinder, where we clicked over shared loves, soccer, the same TV shows, indie bands that nobody else seems to get. Her profile pics screamed my type, and our chats flowed easy until she asked my height. She was upfront, prefers guys 6 feet or taller, but I'm 5'8", and when I told her, I half expected a ghosting. "You're cute enough for me to look past it," she said, and we laughed it off. Dates followed. Better than online. Coffee shops, late-night walks, her hand in mine, and we went exclusive after a few weeks, her smile making me think maybe this could be something real. Tonight, though, was different. We went out to eat with her friends and their boyfriends, my first time meeting the guys. The dinner was fine. Good pizza, decent conversation, the guys cool enough, talking sports and music. But I noticed they were tall, like NBA-level tall, and I was the shortest by a mile. Didn't bother me much. I've never cared about that stuff. But as we leave, her quietness gnaws at me, her answers short, her eyes dodging mine. The streetlights cast long shadows as we walk, her sneakers scuffing the pavement. "What's wrong?" I ask, thinking maybe I said something dumb at dinner. "Nothing you did," she mumbles, her voice tight, and we reach her apartment, the buzz of the city fading behind her door. Inside, she slumps onto the couch, her hands twisting in her lap, and finally opens up. "You being so much shorter than my friends' boyfriends, it made me feel some kind of way," she says, her voice cracking. I blink, caught off guard. "What the hell does that mean?" I ask, my stomach twisting. She shakes her head, tears welling. "I can't explain it." I press. "Are you embarrassed I'm short?" "No," she says quickly, but adds, "I'm just used to dating tall guys," and starts crying, her shoulders shaking. I remind her she said she was over her height preference, and she nods, sobbing. "I know, I feel bad, I'm sorry." The words hit like a punch, and I feel heat rising in my chest. "You're crying because I'm shorter than your friends' boyfriends?" I snap, standing. "I'm leaving." She begs me to stay, but anger spills out. "Go screw yourself," I say, regretting it the second it leaves my mouth, and slam the door behind me. Her texts flood my phone as I walk home. Apologies piling up, voicemails thick with tears. "I'm sorry for hurting you," she says in one call we have, claiming she's never liked anyone as much as me. But I don't reply, the sting of her words, feeling some kind of way about my height, making me feel low, worthless, like I'm not enough. I've never liked a girl this much, but who cries over something I can't change? I'm leaning toward breaking up, her obsession with height a red flag, but her apologies tug at me, making me wonder if I'm being dramatic, if a second chance is worth it. I open my laptop, the glow harsh in my dark room, and post on Reddit, needing strangers to cut through the mess in my head. Do I dump my girlfriend over crying after a night out? I type, pouring out the story, asking if I should end it or forgive her, knowing whatever they say will shape what comes next. The city's hum fades as I slump onto my couch, the glow of my laptop screen casting harsh shadows across the cluttered living room, the faint smell of last night's takeout lingering in the air. My girlfriend's texts light up my phone, apologies piling up like unanswered voicemails, her voice thick with tears in the one call we had. "I'm sorry for hurting you. I've never liked anyone as much as you." But I haven't replied, the sting of her words feeling some kind of way, because I'm 5'8", shorter than her friends' boyfriends, cutting deeper each time I replay them. 3 months ago, we met on Tinder, clicking over soccer, indie bands, the same shows nobody else watches. She was upfront about preferring guys 6 feet or taller, but when I told her my height, she said I was cute enough to look past it. We went exclusive, after weeks of coffee dates and late-night walks, her laugh making me think this could be real. Now, her tears over my height make me feel worthless, like I'm not enough, and I'm torn between dumping her and giving her a second chance. I open Reddit, my fingers hovering over the keyboard, needing strangers to slice through the mess in my head. I post in a relationship advice subreddit. Do I, 20M, dump girlfriend, 19F, over crying after a night out? I spill it all, the Tinder spark, her height preference, our instant connection, the dinner with her friends where I noticed their boyfriends were tall as hell, the quiet walk home, her breakdown in her apartment. You being shorter than my friends' boyfriends made me feel some kind of way, she'd said, crying, claiming she wasn't embarrassed but used to tall guys. I reminded her she'd said she was over that, and she sobbed. I feel bad, I'm sorry. I got mad, told her to screw herself, left. Now, her daily apologies clash with my hurt. I've never liked a girl this much but who cries over something I can't change. I ask Reddit, should I end it? Or is this salvageable? Comments roll in, raw and unfiltered. One calls her shallow, quoting my post, who cries over their boyfriend being shorter than their friends' boyfriends? Mean people do. Another shares, my boyfriend's 5'8", same as me. I don't think about his height, ever. You're valid for leaving. A third, a tall woman, admits feeling self-conscious dating a shorter guy, but says, I sucked it up. You can't ask him to grow. Another sees her side. She's 19, caught between high school ideals and adult values. She wasn't lying about liking you most, but she's insecure about friends judging. If she's sincere, give her a chance, but tell her how it hurt. They ask her height. I reply she's 5'5" or 5'6", average. The advice splits. Dump her for her shallowness, or talk it out, but most lean toward breaking up, saying 3 months in, this early red flag could haunt me at weddings, group photos, anywhere taller guys show up. I lean back, the couch springs creaking, my phone buzzing with another text from her. Please, I'm so sorry. I don't reply, but her words from that night, feeling some kind of way, gnaw at me. I think of her friends' boyfriends, their height a status she's chasing, maybe pressured by her clique. I don't care about being the shortest, I care that she does. The Reddit post feels like a mirror, showing a truth I've dodged. Her apologies are real, but her insecurity isn't mine to fix. I think of another story I read, a wife whose husband's car got smashed, and he took it out on her, pushing, yelling, until she left. Her strength, walking away from abuse, makes me wonder if I'm holding on to something toxic too. I close the laptop, the room dark except for the city's glow outside, knowing I need to face her, decide if her tears are enough to rebuild trust, or if I'm better off alone. The city's glow pulses through my apartment window. The distant hum of traffic, blending with the faint buzz of my phone, her texts piling up like unanswered questions. I'm sprawled on the couch, the laptop screen casting a harsh light across my coffee table, littered with empty soda cans and a half-eaten pizza slice. Her words from that night, you being shorter than my friends' boyfriends made me feel some kind of way. Sting like a fresh bruise. Each replay making me feel smaller. Less than 3 months into our relationship, after clicking on Tinder over soccer, indie bands, and late-night chats, I thought we had something real. She knew I was 5'8", said she could look past her 6-foot preference because I was cute enough. But her tears after dinner, her admission of being used to tall guys, cracked that illusion. I posted on Reddit, asking if I should dump her or give her a chance, and the comments flood in, raw and unfiltered, slicing through my indecision. One user, Maleficent Web, quotes me, who cries over their boyfriend being shorter than their friends' boyfriends, and answers, mean and shallow people do. Another shares, my boyfriend's 5'8", same as me. I don't give his height a second thought. Ever. You're valid for leaving. A tall woman writes, I'm 5'11", Norwegian, taller than average. My husband's barely taller. And it made me self-conscious with couples where the guy was way taller. I sucked it up. You can't ask him to grow. Another sees her side. She's 19, caught between high school ideals and adult values. She wasn't lying about liking you most, but she's insecure about friends judging. If she's sincere, consider a second chance, but tell her how it hurt. They ask her height. I reply she's 5'5" or 5'6", average. The split advice, dump her or talk it out, mirrors my own tug-of-war. Her apologies feel real, but her tears over my height make me feel worthless. I lean back, the couch creaking, my phone buzzing again. I'm so sorry. Please talk to me. I don't respond, the Reddit comments echoing in my head. Most lean toward breaking up, calling her shallowness a red flag, warning it'll resurface at weddings, group photos, anywhere taller guys appear. I think of her friends' boyfriends at dinner. Their height, a status she's chasing. Maybe pressured by her clique. I don't care about being the shortest. I care that she does. Another Reddit story I read keeps surfacing. A wife whose husband's car got smashed, and he took it out on her, yelling, pushing, slapping her hand away when she tried to comfort him. The comments called him a walking red flag, urging her to leave, to not be his emotional punching bag. She updated later, saying he pushed her again, knocking her into a table, and she left, fearing for her safety. Her strength makes me question if I'm clinging to something toxic too. I stand, pacing the room, the air heavy with the scent of stale pizza and regret. Her texts keep coming, pleading, but I think of the future. Every time we're with her friends, will she feel some kind of way? Will I always wonder if I'm enough? The Reddit advice cuts deep. Having preferences is fine, but she's saying you don't measure up to her ideal. I think of her crying, saying she's never liked anyone like me, but the hurt lingers, a wound I can't ignore. I need to face her. See if her apologies hold weight, or if this is a deal breaker. I grab my phone, texting her to meet tomorrow at my place, my heart pounding but resolute. The city outside hums on, oblivious, but inside, I'm at a crossroads. Reddit's voice is urging me to choose myself, to walk away from a love that makes me feel less, just like that wife chose safety over a man who hurt her. The morning light spills through my apartment window, glinting off the empty soda cans on the coffee table, the stale pizza crust still lingering with a faint, greasy scent. My phone's screen glows with her latest text. "Can we please talk? I'm so sorry." But I leave it unanswered. The sting of her words from that night still raw. You being shorter than my friends' boyfriends made me feel some kind of way. I'm 20, 3 months into dating her after meeting on Tinder, where we bonded over soccer, indie bands, and late-night chats. She was upfront about wanting guys 6 feet or taller, but at 5'8", I was cute enough for her to overlook it, she said. We went exclusive after weeks of coffee dates, her laugh making me think this was real. Now, her tears over my height, her admission of being used to tall guys, make me feel like I'm not enough, and I'm torn between dumping her or giving her a chance, as Reddit's split advice, break up or talk it out, keeps circling in my head. I open my laptop, the Reddit thread still up, comments calling her shallow, a work in progress at 19, caught between high school ideals and adult values. One user warned her insecurity could resurface at group photos, weddings, anywhere taller guys show up, and I feel that weight, wondering if I'll always be second-guessing her. Another story I read on Reddit hits harder. A wife, 24, whose husband's car got smashed by a truck in a hit-and-run, leaving him raging. The accident happened at 7 in the morning, neighbors watching but not grabbing the license plate, only telling them hours later. His prized car totaled. He took it out on her, yelling non-stop, pushing her when she was in his way, slapping her hand when she tried to comfort him. "I've never seen him like this," she wrote, scared, asking how to calm him, admitting she gets emotional when someone raises their voice. The parallels shake me. Her trying to fix a partner's anger, me wrestling with a partner's shallow judgment. Am I staying in something toxic too? I imagine her, the wife, in their kitchen, the air tense with his shouts, her hands trembling as she tries to touch his arm, only to be swatted away. They'd been dating 4 years, married 11 months, and she thought she knew him, but this rage was new, terrifying. Reddit's response was brutal. "Leave, don't be his punching bag," one said. "He hit you, pushed you, that's abuse." Another called it a red flag, his car valued over her, urging therapy or divorce. A third pegged him as stoic, bottling emotions until they exploded, needing to learn healthy expression. She replied, "You're spot on," confirming his suppressed anger, but didn't act right away. I think of my girlfriend's tears, not abusive but hurtful, her insecurity a wound I can't heal. Like the wife, I'm seeing a side I didn't expect, and it's forcing me to question everything. I pace the room, the hardwood cool under my socks, my phone buzzing again. I agreed to meet her tonight at my place, needing to hear her out, but Reddit's clarity lingers. She's saying you don't measure up to her ideal. I think of that wife, who updated later, saying she left for her mom's for a week, hoping he'd cool off. He didn't. Still mad about the car, he pushed her again, knocking her into a kitchen table where she hit her head and blacked out. He apologized, but she left. Fearing for her safety, her heart breaking, but her resolve firm. "Plenty of fish in the sea," she wrote, a quiet strength I admire. I'm not there. My girlfriend's not violent, but her judgment feels like a betrayal, a crack in the trust we built. I sit staring at the laptop, the wife's story a warning. Don't ignore red flags. My girlfriend's apologies pile up, but I wonder if they're enough, if her insecurity will fade or fester. I think of the dinner, those tall boyfriends, her friends' judging eyes she blamed for her bad day. Like the wife's husband, whose car loss unleashed rage, my girlfriend's shallow ideals surfaced under pressure. I need to know if she can grow past it, or if I'm setting myself up for more hurt. The city outside hums oblivious, but I'm ready to face her, to decide if her tears can rebuild what broke, or if I need to walk away, like that wife chose safety over a man who hurt her. The apartment's quiet hum is broken only by the faint buzz of my phone, her texts piling up like apologies I'm not ready to answer. The glow of the city outside casting long shadows across my cluttered living room. The stale pizza scent lingers, mixing with the tension knotting my shoulders as I think of her words. You being shorter than my friends' boyfriends made me feel some kind of way, and the hurt they carved into me. I'm 20, 3 months into this relationship, sparked on Tinder over soccer, indie bands, and easy chats. She was upfront about preferring guys 6 feet or taller, but at 5'8", I was cute enough to look past it, she said. We went exclusive after coffee dates and walks, her laugh making me believe in something real. But her tears that night, her admission of being used to tall guys, left me feeling worthless, and Reddit's advice, split between dumping her and giving her a chance, keeps me torn. I agreed to meet her tonight, needing to know if her apologies hold weight. But another Reddit story weighs heavier. A wife whose husband's rage turned her into a punching bag, pushing me to question what I'm holding on to. I imagine her, 24, standing in her kitchen, the air thick with the smell of coffee and tension. Her husband's shouts echoing after a truck smashed his prized car in a hit-and-run. Neighbors saw it at 7 in the morning, but didn't grab the license plate, telling them hours later, leaving him seething. Married 11 months, together 4 years, she thought she knew him. But his anger spilled over, yelling non-stop, pushing her when she was in his way, slapping her hand when she tried to comfort him. I've never seen him like this, she wrote on Reddit, scared, asking how to calm him, her voice trembling through the text because raised voices make her emotional. Reddit was brutal. Leave, don't be his punching bag, one said. That's abuse. Pushing, hitting, not okay. Another called it a red flag, his car valued over her, urging therapy or divorce. A third pegged him as stoic, bottling emotions until they exploded, needing to learn healthy expression. She replied, "You're spot on," admitting his suppressed anger, but didn't leave right away. I paced my apartment, the hardwood cool under my socks, my girlfriend's latest text glowing, "Please, I'm so sorry, let's talk." I think of that wife's update. She left for her mom's for a week, hoping he'd cool off, but he didn't. Back home, he was still mad about the car, transferring his rage to her. They fought, and he pushed her again, not even in his way, just as she cooked in the kitchen. She lost her footing, hit her head on the table, blacked out briefly. He apologized, hovering over her, but she knew, heartbroken but resolute, she had to leave, fearing for her safety. "Plenty of fish in the sea," she wrote, her strength a beacon. I'm not facing violence, but her story mirrors my hurt. Betrayal from someone I thought saw me, her husband's rage like my girlfriend's shallow judgment, both exposing cracks I can't ignore. I sit, the couch creaking, and open my laptop, rereading Reddit's advice on my post. She's shallow, dump her. Versus, she's 19, growing, give her a chance if she's sincere. I think of her crying, blaming her bad day, her friends' judgy eyes, hormones, flimsy excuses like the wife's husband claiming his car's loss justified his rage. I'm not her punching bag, but I'm tired of feeling less than her ideal. I text her to come over, my heart pounding but steady. I need to hear her, see if she can grow past this, or if it's a deal breaker. Like that wife who chose safety over a man who hurt her, I'm ready to choose my worth, to walk away if her apologies don't hold. The city outside hums, oblivious, but inside, I'm bracing for the truth, knowing I deserve a love that doesn't make me feel small. The apartment feels smaller tonight, the walls closing in as I sit on the couch, the city's hum filtering through the open window, carrying the faint scent of exhaust and summer heat. My girlfriend's due any minute, her texts. Apologies thick with tears, still unanswered. Her words from that night echoing. You being shorter than my friends' boyfriends made me feel some kind of way. I'm 20, 3 months into this relationship sparked on Tinder over soccer, indie bands, and late-night chats. She knew I was 5'8", said she could look past her 6-foot preference because I was cute enough, but her breakdown after dinner with her friends' tall boyfriends left me raw, feeling worthless. Reddit split advice. Dump her for shallowness or give her a chance if she's sincere. Clashes in my head, but another story lingers. A wife whose husband's rage turned abusive after his car was totaled. Her strength in leaving a beacon for my own crossroads. I need to face my girlfriend, see if her apologies can rebuild trust, or if I'm holding on to something toxic. The doorbell buzzes, sharp and jarring, and I open it to find her, eyes red, hair messy, clutching her phone like a lifeline. I'm so sorry, she says, her voice breaking as she steps inside, the air heavy with her lavender perfume. We sit, the couch creaking, and she starts, words tumbling. That night was awful. I had a bad day. My friends were judgy, and I just snapped. I don't care about your height, I swear. I lean forward, my hands clasped tight. You cried because I'm shorter than their boyfriends. You said you're used to tall guys. That hurt. She nods, tears spilling. I know, I was stupid. I've never liked anyone like you. Her excuses, hormones, peer pressure, sound flimsy, like the wife's husband blaming his car's loss for pushing her, yelling, slapping her hand away. Reddit called him a red flag, urged her to leave, and she did, after he pushed her into a table, knocking her out. My girlfriend's not violent, but her judgment stings like betrayal. I think of that wife's story, married 11 months, together 4 years, her husband's rage unleashed by a hit and run at 7 a.m, neighbors watching but not noting the truck's plate. She tried comforting him, but he yelled, pushed her, swatted her hand, scaring her. I've never seen him like this, she wrote, asking Reddit how to calm him, her voice shaky from raised voices. Comments were clear. Leave, don't be his punching bag. That's abuse. Another said, he values his car over you. Red flag. A third pegged him as bottling emotions until they exploded, needing therapy. She stayed at her mom's, but he was still angry when she returned, pushing her again, causing a head injury. Plenty of fish in the sea, she wrote, leaving for safety. Her resolve mirrors my doubt. Can I stay with someone who makes me feel less? I need to know this won't happen again, I say, my voice steady. Every time we're with your friends, will you feel some kind of way? She shakes her head, desperate. No, I promise, I was wrong. Reddit's words echo. She's 19, caught between high school ideals and adult values. If she's sincere, give her a chance, but tell her how it hurt. I do. You made me feel like I'm not enough, like I'll never measure up. I can't live wondering if you're embarrassed. She sobs. I'm not. I want you. I want to believe her. But the wife's story lingers. Her husband's apologies after violence didn't change him. I think of group photos, future dinners, her friends' tall boyfriends. Will she always compare? I tell her, one more time, and I'm done. She nods, promising, but doubt lingers, heavy as the city's pulse outside. Like that wife, who chose safety, I'm ready to choose my worth if her promises falter. The city's pulse hums through the open window, a distant siren weaving into the night air, heavy with the scent of asphalt and summer dust. I'm pacing my apartment, the hardwood cool under my socks, the couch still creased from where my girlfriend sat last night, her tearful apologies. I don't care about your height, I swear, ringing hollow against the memory of her words. You being shorter than my friends' boyfriends made me feel some kind of way. I'm 20, 3 months into this relationship that sparked on Tinder over soccer, indie bands, and easy chats. She knew I was 5'8", said she could look past her 6-foot preference, but her breakdown after that dinner, her tears over my height, left me feeling like I'm not enough. Reddit's advice. Dump her for shallowness or give her a chance if sincere, clashes in my head, but another story haunts me. A wife whose husband's rage turned abusive after his car was totaled. Her decision to leave a warning I can't ignore. I gave my girlfriend a chance, but the doubt lingers. And another Reddit post about a woman escaping her controlling mother pushes me to question what I'm holding on to. I met my girlfriend at my place last night, her eyes red, her voice cracking as she blamed her bad day and judgy friends for her outburst. I've never liked anyone like you, she said, promising to never mention my height again. I told her one more slip, and I'm done. She agreed, but the weight of her tears feels like a warning, not a fix. I think of that wife, 24, whose husband's car was smashed in a hit and run, neighbors watching at 7 in the morning, but not grabbing the plate number, telling them hours later. His rage spilled over, yelling, pushing her, slapping her hand when she tried to comfort him. She wrote on Reddit, scared, asking how to calm him, her voice shaky from raised voices. Comments were brutal. Leave. Don't be his punching bag. That's abuse. Another called it a red flag, his car valued over her. A third said he bottled emotions until they exploded, needing therapy. She stayed at her mom's, but he pushed her again, knocking her into a table, causing a head injury. She left, her resolve clear. Plenty of fish in the sea. I sit, my phone buzzing with another text from my girlfriend. I'm sorry, can we hang out? I don't reply, thinking of that other Reddit story. A woman, 23, planning to move out from her controlling mother's house with her boyfriend, 24. They'd dated a year, known each other longer, and planned to wait another year to move in together. But her mother lost it when she heard, banning him from the house, limiting their meetings to once a week. It's my house, her mom said, manipulative and controlling, even threatening to physically stop her. The woman decided to move out while her parents were at a convention, asking Reddit if she was wrong for leaving without a word. Comments were firm. Not the asshole. She's controlling. Prioritize your freedom. They urged securing documents, finances, preparing for fallout. She updated, saying she felt guilty but moved forward, signing a lease with her boyfriend, her therapist backing her need to grow. I see myself in her, stuck at a crossroads, weighing love against doubt. My girlfriend's not abusive like the wife's husband, not controlling like the mother, but her insecurity about my height feels like a chain, subtle but heavy. I think of the wife's strength, leaving after violence, and the woman's courage, escaping her mother's grip. Reddit's advice for them, choose safety, choose freedom, echoes for me, choose your worth. I text my girlfriend back, agreeing to meet again, but my resolve hardens. If she can't let go of her shallow ideals, I'll walk. Like the wife left her abuser, like the woman fled her mother's control. The city outside hums, oblivious, but I'm ready to demand a love that doesn't make me feel small, to build a future where I'm enough, just as I am. The city's glow softens through my apartment window. Fireflies flickering in the dusk, their dance blending with the faint hum of traffic and the warm scent of summer grass drifting in. I'm sprawled on the couch, my phone quiet for the first time in days. No new texts from my girlfriend begging forgiveness for her tears over my height. Those words, you being shorter than my friends' boyfriends, made me feel some kind of way, now a distant sting. I'm 20. 6 months past that night, our relationship a memory I've let go. We met on Tinder, bonded over soccer, indie bands, late-night chats, her laugh making me believe in something real despite her 6-foot preference. I was 5'8", cute enough for her to overlook, but her breakdown after dinner with her friend's tall boyfriends cracked that trust. Reddit's advice, dump her for shallowness or give her a chance, pushed me to confront her, but her apologies, though tearful, couldn't erase the hurt. I walked away, inspired by others on Reddit who chose their worth, like the wife who left her abusive husband and the woman who fled her controlling mother. We met again after that night, her eyes red, her voice shaky as she blamed hormones, her judgy friends, a bad day. I don't care about your height, she said, promising it wouldn't happen again. I tried to believe her, but doubt lingered. Every group photo, every tall guy, would I wonder if she was comparing? Reddit's words echoed. She's 19, caught between high school ideals and adult values, but you deserve better. I thought of the wife, 24, whose husband's car was totaled in a hit and run, his rage turning her into a punching bag, yelling, pushing, slapping her hand when she tried to comfort him. She stayed at her mom's, but he pushed her again, knocking her into a table, causing a head injury. Plenty of fish in the sea, she wrote, leaving for safety. Her strength mirrored another story. A woman, 23, escaping her controlling mother, who banned her boyfriend, limited their meetings, threatened to physically stop her. She moved out during a parental trip, her therapist backing her freedom. I broke it off a week after our talk, her tears no match for the clarity Reddit gave me. I can't be with someone who makes me feel less, I told her, my voice steady. She cried, but I walked away, the city's pulse carrying me forward. Now, months later, I'm lighter, dating someone new who doesn't measure me against ideals. Our dates filled with laughter, no shadows of comparison. I think of that wife, free from her husband's violence, her kids in therapy, thriving. Her update said he fought for custody, mostly the boys, but lost. Her evidence, his neglect, abuse, winning out.